be very careful who you talk to, because you'll never know who the informant is, who the cooperating witness may be, and you never know somebody who was a friend today may have been flipped the night before and become your enemy tomorrow.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines, while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray with y'all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you big.
Professor Ramil, Miss Bester Ken, 5 minutes of fame, tweet. She mentioned you and 5 women. How does that even equate, man? What is that? Where was she going with that?
You might have saw that on 5 Minutes of Fame on my show. Yeah, I remember that when she brought that up, and it tripped me out because I was like, kind of forgot about it for a minute, or it didn't cross my mind. But what she's talking about, like back in '84, I had 5 girlfriends I was talking to at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. You know, I was smooth. You know, never got caught. To this day,
how you came up with 5 minutes of fame?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 girlfriends, 5 minutes of fame.
I didn't think about that one.
Okay.
But yeah, it was 5 of them. Yeah. And I was talking to a couple of my partners that stayed on my street. They said, "Damn, Kenny got all these women." I said, "Man, you know what? I'm getting tired of all this ducking and dodging and this and that. You know, I can't really enjoy myself, right?" I said, "You know what? I'm about to call all 5 of them and tell them to come over here. I'm just gonna let them know." I was bold back then. You know what I'm saying?
You not only bold, you was a star. You was a rap star, man. You doing what rappers do.
Well, there wasn't no record. I wasn't on no radio or nothing like that. I was making tapes, and the girls, you know, they tell me I had that look, I had that style, the swag. They liked everything about me, I guess. You know, you just gotta, you know. I mean, I just knew I had a good thing with these women and stuff. You know, it started from like elementary and junior high school. You know how people would send letters. You know, so and so said she want to go with you. Would you go with her? You know, a check box, yes. A check box, no. I put another check box right there. I'll think about it and send the letter right back over there across the classroom, right? But what it was, anyway, back to Tweet now. So all 5 of them came over, right? You know, it was Tweet, Ola, Yvette, Yvonne, and Renee. It was 5 of them. And I told all 5 of them, I said, and my niece Shonda was right there, you know what I'm saying? You know, a couple of them were their friends I met them through. I said, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I go with all 5 of y'all. I talked to all 5 of y'all just to let y'all know. They was looking, nobody called each other out their names or nothing. I said, but I'm just gonna stick with one of y'all. I don't care who it is. I'm just gonna play Johnny Struck a Match, you know. And, you know, one was standing right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I end up with my kid's mother, if she would have been standing right there, then whoever been standing right there, that would have been the winner or whatever, right? And I was like, Johnny struck a match and the match went out. The main one I really kind of wanted in my mind went out, right? I think it was Yvonne, right? And then Johnny struck a match and the match went out. I don't know which one went out. Might have been Yvette. Johnny struck a match and the match went out. It had to be Renee. I'm kind of glad Renee went out because Renee was the only one that stayed in the neighborhood. We was like creeping around, you know what I'm saying? You know.
She was actually, you serious? You doing this?
Yeah, so it was out of Tweet Nola. So I knew it had to start with this one. Johnny struck a match and the match went out. That must have been Tweet. Ola was right there. Everybody quiet. Nobody said nothing. Ola sitting there with her hand on her hip. My niece Shonda was like, well, dang, Ola, you won. You just sitting there. Ain't nobody saying nothing. You gonna roll with him or what? She was like, I guess. But you know what? But let me tell you. I kid you not.
You had 5 women. You sitting up there going, Johnny struck the match, and the match went out.
I had
and
it my way.
They stood there for the whole entire thing.
Yeah, true story. Yep, Tweet is a living witness. Ola's a living witness. Shonda's a living witness. You know, I don't know whatever happened to Yvette. I know Yvonne went back to Oklahoma, and Renee just passed away 2 years ago, a couple years ago.
That's pimp power, man. You had pimp power.
Well, I just call it player power. You know, I never been no pimp, but who haven't been the player? You know what I'm saying? You know.
You was like Bitter Dog Bruno, Raw Sweets.
Well, I mean, you know.
You a placer.
Yeah, but that's what happened though. And I was like, whoever I end up with, you know, we gonna have kids. I want all my kids named to start with a K. If they had grandkids, if we had grandkids, I want all our grandkids named to start with a K. So I do have 4 kids. Kenny Jr.
Leola.
Yeah, Kenny, yeah, Leola, yeah. She gonna kill me when I say her real name. But anyway, yeah, it was Kenny, Kevin, Keith, and Kanisha. And I got 11 grandkids. Everybody named start with a K.
That's awesome, man.
I'm serious, my nigga. I mean, matter of fact.
Johnny struck a match.
Matter of fact.
Match without.
Matter of fact, they keep, and I told somebody this about 2 months ago. I said, you know what? To keep them K's rolling, I said, you know how people be saying the N-word? I'm going to start spelling nigga with a K. K-N-I-G-G-A or K-N-E-G-G-A. And everybody outside the color line, I advise you to do the same, you know, spell it like that, you know what I'm saying? Don't spell it with an ER because you're liable to go there, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might run into the wrong person and you're liable to go there, but I mean, you know, but now watch. In about 4 more years, everybody be spelling it with a K. But keep them K's rolling up.
How many years did you and Ola spend together?
84. About 6. About 6. From 84 to about 90. And then we broke up. You know, we get along to this day real good. You know what I'm saying? We get along real good. About 84 to 90. But I raised my kids by myself, 91. From 1991 to 1996, I raised them by myself. There was 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now they 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. My daughter be 36 in November. Yeah, they all staged up.
So where are they located now? Are they still in Compton or are they?
No. We didn't raise them in Compton. My boys are in Arizona, and my daughter is in Vegas. They always in Vegas at first, and then one of them had moved to Louisiana. My middle son, Kevin, and then.
So why did you have to raise them by yourself?
Well, it's a long. You know, I would have to make a short story long. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But you know, she had to go on a little vacation, and you know, a couple months, and I went on and took the kids, and I raised them by myself, or whatever, you know, for 5 years. It wasn't like no court thing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, when her Section 8 came through, I gave them back to her. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, I put them all in school. I put them all in school.
There, you was a father.
Yeah. I was a Mr. Mom or whatever. I had to breastfeed and bathe them by myself. You know, they had open house. I took them to open house. Made sure they did their homework. When they had field trips and stuff. I made sure they went on their field trips. When a picture day came, you know, they all had their pictures. You know what I'm saying? They need lunch money. They didn't want for nothing. You know, I took care of them real good.
Good.
Yeah.
Quick question. If you went to sleep and a miracle happened, what would your life, when you woke up, what would your life be and what would you have changed about yourself?
If a miracle,
Say it again. If you went to sleep, while you were sleeping, a miracle occurred. When you awakened, what would your life be and what would you have changed?
well, it all depends on what that miracle would have been. I mean, you
It could
know,
have been anything. It's what you make it. Make the miracle what you want.
I would have made it now that I'm grown enough and learning stuff day by day or whatever, you know. I definitely, the first thing I did to make sure I got resaved or whatever, because I did get saved and baptized and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, I would have did more, whatever I've been doing, it'd have been good, more positive things than any negative things I did. That'd have been out the door, you know.
Okay. Well, you did good. You didn't gangbang.
No,
I
I never.
didn't count you.
No, I never gangbang. I wouldn't call myself a thief. I believe the last time I ever stole something, I was like maybe 14. Because when I was 15, I didn't steal. You know, like, you know, in the liquor store or wherever, some candy or some tater chips or switching tags at Zodi's. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Okay, come back. It's your music, your idea. Who's the producer? Who's in the group? And how many people would you bring together to form it? It could be like as big as the Wu-Tang Clan or whatever. How would that look for you? Who would be in your group? Who would be your producer? And how would you market it?
You mean who will be in my group? Like the rappers is out today or something?
No,
or what?
Just in general, it can be anybody. I'm talking to you. If you had to put your group together,
Oh.
if it was Todd, King T,
Oh, a music group?
yes,
Oh.
DJ Quick, who would yours be, and who would be the producer on it? Like, say, for instance, you went in the studio,
Yeah.
and you brought your guys in, right? And you want to produce this masterful rap album. Who would be there? Who would be the producer? And how, you know.
Well, it's a lot of dope producers out there, and I know that, right? But if they don't know my style, then you know, I wouldn't pick them for my producer. You know what I'm saying? You know, a person that knew my style was Toddy T. Todd knew my style, for sure. So he definitely would have been there. You know, maybe DJ Quick. DJ Quick and Todd. Eric's no longer here, but like Eric, you know, I know he knew my style.
Who would be the features on the album, or who would be, you know, that you would want to contribute to the album itself?
The ones that was around me at the time. I mean,
It could be anybody, whoever you choose.
Oh man, that's kind of a hard pick right there.
Would it be King T?
Probably. Not because he's my favorite old school rapper, but
Would
he
MC Ren be in
he had ideas. He had ideas. You know what? I remember. You know what? I have a tape. I have a tape with MC Ren on there. On the Genes of Love with him and Spade now, right? It's Spade's tape, and Spade must have put MC Ren and a couple more people from where he stayed, you know,
You
from over
still
there.
got the tape?
Yeah, I have the tape. It's probably upstairs somewhere, and they're on the Genes of Love, and he's rapping like me and Spade. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I don't think, you know, I think we were whack to him. You know, MC Ren, you know, he liked to use that word whack a lot. And I remember him on the radio, he was speaking about something, they was asking him a question, and the question they asked him, it had to be talking about me, Spade, and Todd. You know, it was like, I don't want to say it wrong, but I do remember him saying like, well, the ones before us was like whack or whatever. So you know, he probably wouldn't have wanted no part in it. So I wouldn't have chosen Ren. You know,
Okay.
but shout out to him. But yeah, I heard it, bro. I heard you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Yeah, but
So who would you put in? Who would you want working with you on the album? So if you could pick 4 good rappers.
4 good rappers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say King T. I would have said I gotta pick somebody that's on my level of rapping. You know, some of them are more hardcore rapping and stuff, and it wouldn't have blend in with me. So I'm trying to, you know, choose who would have been on close to my level. And the way people write, I like how certain people write. You know, I'm gonna say Gangsta Dresta, because I like how he write. I like his penmanship.
Studio Gangsta.
Yes, yeah. I would say High C,
I see.
because I love his voice.
Okay.
I like his voice. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Spade. I always told him that. Told them they remind me of each other. You know.
So we got Dresta, High C. We need
King T,
King T. That's 3. One more.
Dresta, High C, King T, and I said Dresta, right? And not because it's his brother, not because BG Knockout is his brother, but I like his voice too.
BG
I like, you know, it's just, you know, I like people's, it's a lot of styles that I like, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. DJ Quick and I gotta throw him in there too. And Easy, they had like the coolest styles. Them too, and Spade, they had the coolest style. Right now, Snoop Dogg holds that, I think. That's my favorite rapper of all of them.
Man, lock the door.
Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a $sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga Wall won't give a broke.